Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Example, if I had been selected contract type. Suppose if an admin selected contract type with a fixed term value, the contract ended should be provided. This was also another scenario last year, where whenever we are selecting the drop down value of the contract type, the contract ended should become automatically mandatory. That was some scenario which we got from the customer and we have to turn a business for that. These are some of the important uses of the business. Any questions? These are some other. These are the uses of the case by when we are using the part of the base which we are taking over the part of the business. Any questions? Any doubts in your mind? Before proceeding ahead, then we have this implementing business rule setting. For implementing business rule, first of all, we need to set up the probability, that is, the select, the enable, the generic option. Then we have an option there where we need to enable the generic option. Then option, we need to enable it from the probability. Second step is that we need to go to the RP permission, going to the administrative permission, and there we have to go to the metadata framework MTF. And in the RDP administrative permission, we need to enable this. All configure business object definition, manage data, configure business. All this option, we need to enable it. That is one part which we need to do after this. Once we have enabled it, then we can go into the system. When you go into the system, either you can go from a multiple center or you can directly type here a configure business rule. In the configure business rule, when you go into this screen, we can find what are the number of business rule which has already been configured in this system. Development system or the production system. The number of business rules will be showing here. You can see what is the number of business rules which has been there configured. That will be showing here. Then we can see certain tabs are there here. What is the use of these tabs? The first one. What is the first tab? In the first tab, we have the 687 business rules. Now, if you want to go and search for a particular rule, if you know the name, you can go and search from the business rule here by putting the rule name here. That is also possible. And as on date. Otherwise, if you don't know the name of the rule, if you know the scenario, see every rule. When we are creating a rule always depends upon the scenario. What is a scenario? You want to create a rule on the basis of compensation, on the basis of time management, on the basis of calibration, on the basis of the certain specific scenario. If you want to go It is already predefined by SAP. Otherwise, commonly, if you are going with a common scenario, we have an option that is called as a basic. In the real time, whenever we are going and creating a scenario 80%, 80 to 90%, we will be always taking the scenario as a basic rule. That any of the conditions when we are drafting that can be covered under the basic scenario. Now, if you don't know the name of the rule and if you want to search, then you can go and search on the basis of the scenarios. With the help of the scenario also, you can able to go and search it. These are some standard scenarios and you can also see basic results of that here. Somewhere you can able to find the basic one also. Apart from that, this is the tab which is being helped us to search on the basis of the scenario. Now the another tab is that is last modified file. You have multiple, you have a team colleagues. If any other consultant has already made some changes, then you need to check what is the changes and you don't know the name of the rule. For in that case, you can go and search on the basis of last modified file. On the basis of that, you can able to go and make the changes and then you can able to identify who has made that changes with the help of the name by selecting the checkbox here. That is one thing. Then we have a rule type. Similar to the scenario, the rule type is also there, but rule type is not a mandatory one. We can ignore it. Then we have a base object. Base object is something in managed business configuration, how we connect a child's element with the portlet. Here also the base object connect with the portlet. Now you are making some changes into the job information portlet and you are creating a condition which is related to the job information. The base object should be taken as a job information rather than taking any other. When you take the base object as a job information, then whatever the fields are there under and job information, all the fields will be populating in that list, drop down list. According to that, we can able to create a condition. If we know the base object, then you can search on the base of the base object. These are some tabs are there. And for creating the rule, you can go and click on here, create new rule. But clicking on the plus sign. This is something, the scenario which I was discussing right now, where you can see these are the scenarios which is already predefined. Now, if you want to go and select any of this scenario, specific scenario, that is calibration, benefit compensation, employee central code. Every scenario, you can see there are certain subcategories are there. That is specific to that particular scenario. Otherwise, if you want to go commonly, you can find here basic. This is the common scenario where you can click on the basic and you can click on the data. There in the right side, you can find these tabs are there. Here under the basic, when you go into the radio button, you can side. You can find who lady started, who type, description, base object. Whatever the mandatory fields are there, we need to fill on those fields. Let's take a scenario where I'm just trying to change the value for value of the position. And I want to create a ruled condition. One more thing I just want to update. I think I earlier also have updated. We have an event reason. We have a val for both our different features. Whenever we want to create a condition, both the rule condition should be created separately for the val flow and separately event reason. Let's take a scenario where I want to create a condition for, first of all, for the event reason. How I will try to create a condition? I will try to mention the rule ID. Everything can be created, mentioned by the developer, by the consultant. It is not specific required to be taken in full from the customer side. Let me take something where business or we have event reason. Let's take, I'm taking the change of the position change. We are taking care of the position change and I'm specifying some date here. For my understanding, I'm taking this and I will contact them, but I think I have. Rule name was also there. I do this date. I will just cut it and here I will mention the rule name and I will enter the tab, but I'll get it. Automatically it will be copied and I'll paste it here. Rule type, it is not a mandatory. Like a neighborhood, we roll it based object. We need to understand we are trying to create a rule whenever there is a change in the position. Position is coming under. While position is coming under which portrait job information. We need to go and search for job information as a based object. When you will go and search the based object, you will find two things. One is job information. But most importantly, when we will be using the job information and job information model. Job information is used when you want to create a condition, where you want to create a condition for the current value, not for the previous value. Whatever is the current value, you want to be 40-50% and you want to create a condition, then you will go with a job information. Job information model is used when you want to produce some comparison between the current and the previous value. Then you will be going with the job information model. This applies to any of the portrait. Either it is job information or it is an employment details or it is an address information or it is a first class information. That will do things. One is a basic one and one is a model accounts. That is one thing here. In this case, I am taking the model here and I will click on continue. And now when you enter into the screen as I discussed, we can see basic information we have already taken and here you can see the parameter. Parameter. First of all, I have taken a job information as this one. What is it as a basic? Now you have a requirement where you want to connect to the fields which are there in different code links. That we call as a cross-portal. Cross-portal business rule. In cross-portal business rule, SAP has certain limitation of as per the knowledge base editor. When you want to have a scenario where some fields you want to take it from job information and some field you want to take it from compensation or from some other portal, then that is coming at cross-portal business. In that case, what will happen? We need to add additional base value. Here we have taken job information model. Again, for adding additional, you can go to the parameter and here you have an add parameter value. You can able to add the additional portal and then portal. That is the basic base option. Finally, suppose if I am taking a set of position. The rule will be you are trying to execute the rule between the two portal to base object, that is job information and the compensation, because the fields from both the portal will be connected to each other in the rules scenario. Otherwise, if it is only with the help of only for one portal, then you will be already taken as a base option. Then parameter is not required. That is the use of the parameter. Then come into the if conditions. If then else, or if you want to add. If this, if then is there, this is block 1. Where this is. If is the this day a condition which you are creating, and if this condition is getting satisfied, you are setting up the statement. Let us try to create a condition before creating condition here. We have the operator source. When you click on the arrow here, you can see and all operators are there. We have the copy option. We have the and the condition, that is also possible. And to connect those conditions, if you want to add, you want to use the operators and all that is also there. What we will do? We will try to create a condition for the position. When I click on the if condition, we have taken the base of data. It's all information model. Under job information model, you can see all the fields are coming, which I will show you in the employee profile. When you go and scroll down, our requirement was for the position. Let me take let and you can see it is all in alphabetical. When you scroll down, you can see here the position. If the position value, what is the position value? You are creating a condition. If the position value now a position value is not equal to the position to the previous value. When I go and scroll down, you can see previous value. Why this value is coming? Because we have taken as a job information model. If you are taking as a job information, we will be only getting you will be not getting this option. It is only you will only try to create with a current value. My friend taking as a previous value. What is the condition here? If the job information position value is not equal to the job information position previous value, this is the condition, then you need to set up. How you will go and do the setting set? They are information. Set the statement. For that, this is the scenario we are doing for the event reason, right? Set the event reason. You can see event reason value. We need to select the event reason. What is the event reason value? I think earlier I have already configured the event reason value where it has been configured in manage of job structure. Correct? Let me go into manage of job structure. And here I will try to check the event reason. and let me search for event reason. Let us take here as a job info change. This is something which I have created earlier. When we have created the event reason, we have connected this event reason value to the event also. You can see the event. Finally, we have want to notify what is the event and event reason to the system. What I will do? I will choose this event reason and I will try to, because here I want to set the event reason value to be equal to. What is the value? That value can be in the input. Paste it here. If the job information position value 2 is not equal to the position previous value, then set the event reason value to be equal to. Got. Now you are. I am clicking on the set. Any questions here? Understood the condition here. You have created a simple condition. I leave this condition is getting satisfied. You are creating the statement here. Creating a business rule. There are two things, creating a condition and creating a statement, right? Now, in this case, if I want to also add an or, then also I can have this option, and then here I can add multiple conditions. In the if only, you can include multiple conditions with the help of logical operator and or. That is one thing. Otherwise, this is one block. And after this block, if you want to, if this condition is there, else make this set the statement as this. If the condition is as, then only this you set it, setting the statement, else you are setting the statement this for others. That is the scenario. Then you will be using the else. Else if means you are created this as a block 1. Again you are trying to create another condition that is done with the block 2. You will be having two conditions, one is in block 1 and another is in the block. Got. These are the things we should know how to play with these operators and how to work on this. If scenario will come in a plate and it will be shown to you by the customer. You need to understand and you need to draft and frame the condition in with the help of the business. Customer will never know the SF language. Customer will try to explain you in a business scenario. We need to try to figure out how we can able to draft, and again I'm repeating in the business will. Also, SAP has certain limitation and restrictions. As for example, but I'm only using job information model. But if a scenario is need to create a rule where I want to compare something with job information also, and also I want to take something with the other portal compensation or something which is past line information, then we need to check is the business rule, that is the cost of portrait business will support for these portraits or as per the KD. Because if you're not aware of it, you will try to create it as I need and try to test it, and you will not find the result. Then you will always think that, oh, I have just created the rule but went wrong. Maybe the rule is correct, but that is the limitation from the SAP side. That also has to be communicated to the customer that your requirement, your scenario is not possible, because that is the restriction from the SAP with the supporting KBS. I just saved it. I'm saving it. Once I saved it, this is something which I created for the event reason. Same thing. I will duplicate this screen. Once another created for event reason, another scenario. I will try to create the business rule. For that, what I will do, I will just try to. We have an option of copying the rule. Right. Popping the rule means you don't want to make any changes here. Everything you want to take it as same rather writing it again. You just want to customize it. Copy this and you can click copy the rule. You can give that a business rule here we can able to mention as WF. That rule is for the event reason. This rule is for the wallet flow. Got it? Then click on this and you are not tinkering or you are not making any changes on. You will just copying that part. Click on the copy. Now you can see every condition is being copied. The whole condition will be there for event reason. This is the new condition. This is the condition which we can able to customize. Now this is something that if condition we are today in the set statement, we want to include the wallet flow. Again for the wallet flow, we want to go to WF. Can you see a WF config option? Dev wallet flow. Here you will take the wallet flow config value to be equal to what is the wallet flow. How we have taken for this one what you call it. Event reason, we will go and search here for the wallet flow. Already we would have created the wallet flow. Let me check the wallet flow. I had created for my previous section sessions. Let me scroll down. Let me take this one. You can see what is the wallet flow which is being created. All the level of approval we have already added here. Can you see step 1, step 2, step 3 and the contributor CC role also my email ID is there. This is already created. I will not be creating this, but I will be using the code here. And I will be copying finally here. Now this is the another scenario which is for the wallet flow. And I will click on the save. To do two different business rules, I have created one for the event for the wallet flow. Now the second step is to creating the business rule is done. We need to assign the business rule. Assigning the business rule. What is the configuration tool? What is the configuration which we need to go? We have to go to manage business configuration, right? Because that is the place where you have. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.